rest of my life. 38 days ago, I quit my corporate job to pursue my passion of starting a successful brand and showing you that when you align your passions with your purpose, everything and anything is possible. Today, on day 38, I accomplished so much and I gained so much knowledge and so much game that I'm going to implement into my journey and that I want to pass along to you guys so you can implement it onto yours. Today I had the opportunity to speak with a YouTuber who has over 2.4 million subscribers. He is also a Twitch streamer, professional Call of Duty player, and is now on a journey of becoming a world-class athlete. I want to pass this game on to you guys. I want you to stay tuned to see who he spoke to and what advice he gave to me and how we can all implement that into our journeys. Today, I also made a lot of progress on the brand. I'm going to share some of the things that I did with the brand and also give you a sneak peek of what's to come. The shirts will be releasing as soon as possible, but until October 26th at 10:10 a.m. you can only get them by pre-order, or you can get them directly from me in person if you're in the New York area or we run into each other outside and you notice me, you notice my face. I'm gonna have product on me at all times. So best believe if you see me and you mess with the product and you mess with the brand and you mess with the message, I will definitely have product for you. I'm gonna go to colleges, I'm gonna go to schools, I'm gonna go to my local parks, my local gyms, and get people's reactions and show you guys to build that hype up for the people who aren't in the New York area and get those pre-order customers. I'll show you what I mean later in the video. There's different type of buyers and you wanna make sure you tap into each bucket. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into it. My day started off a little bit. Lola, do you mind not licking that paw? My day started off around 7:30 a.m. I woke up, I didn't read this morning, but I did go for a run, went to a different park and ran some sprints on the turf because my knees and my ankles were hurting. I've been doing a lot of running lately, and as you guys saw in the beginning of the video, I did some juicing. It was delicious as usual, and then I went to work. Not excited that I had to go in on a Saturday, but I was excited to talk to the person whose house we were working at today. First, we dropped off some stuff in the truck and I was eager to get there, but we had to prepare because we were working on their pull-up bar. We took their pull-up bar down and we switched the bar because they were going for the world record for the most amount of pull-ups in 24 hours. They wanted a slimmer bar because that's the type of bar that the previous world record holder used to break the record. We took the bar a couple days ago, and before work today, we had to do some preparation and put the pull-up bar back before we went there and reinstalled it. When we got there, immediately I was super eager and excited to try to get as much information from this person as possible. Didn't know what I was gonna say, honestly. I just went in there with the thought that I wanted to introduce myself, tell them that I just started YouTube 38 days ago, and ask for some advice on what they did in the beginning of their journey to make sure they got to where they are now. After we arrived, he let us in and he went about his business, but eventually he came into the room where the pull-up bar is set up, and that is his office space. And that is where he streams, shoots his videos, practices, and also that is the space where he's gonna break the world record for the most amount of pull-ups in 24 hours. He sat down on his computer and he was writing an email to someone, and I was like, all right, this is my time. I gotta ask him a question and figure out how I can add value to his life, and in return he can funnel some of that energy and funnel some of that influence into my life and help me on my journey, and then I can funnel that back to you and funnel that back to our community. So I was like, all right, I know I'm working, I know I'm supposed to be focused on this, but this is not my passion. I gotta figure out an angle to speak to him. I wasn't nervous and I didn't have any feelings that he was on a higher level than me, because at the end of the day, we are all human. I was still a little bit hesitant to speak to him because I didn't want to come off as someone who was trying to eat off of his success and gain clout from the things that he's worked extremely hard to accomplish. So I took it slow, and when I finally built up that energy and courage to be like, "Hey Doug, you're a YouTuber, right?" And at the time, my coworker was drilling the holes into the wall, so it was very noisy and he could barely hear me, and he was like, what? I was like, "Hey, you're a YouTuber, right? And a Twitch streamer?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I told him, "I just started YouTube 37 days ago. Do you have any advice for me?" And essentially he told me that I have to go get it by any means. He told me that whether my family, my friends, or anyone around me thinks of what I'm trying to do, or if they believed or not in what I was trying to accomplish and becoming a successful brand owner and a successful influencer and having success on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and building a community, I had to get past trying to get people to believe in me and believe in my journey and believe what I'm trying to accomplish, and ultimately believe in myself and push past all the crap and just focus on what I'm trying to do and work extremely hard at that. And that message was exactly what I needed. When I woke up this morning, I felt a little bit discouraged about my journey because I'm not seeing the exact results or the exact numbers that I want to at the moment. I know that if I stay consistent and I keep working hard and I keep putting out quality content, those things will come so naturally. But I have to continue to believe in myself and have tunnel vision on this journey and focus on what I want to do and strictly do that. After he gave me that advice, we continued to work and we continued to put up the bar. We were stress testing it, seeing how it would hold up the weight. He came back in the room a few times, and then there was a large portion of time where he was sitting at the desk. My coworker was out at the van looking for a specific tool, and that gave us the opportunity to have a little bit of one-on-one time. And I was asking him about his world record that he is going to break, and I was asking him about his journey and why he decided to, after all the success that he's had with YouTube and winning all these tournaments with Call of Duty and becoming a national champion, gaining over 2.42 million subscribers, why he decided to break the world record for the most amount of pull-ups in 24 hours. And he told me that he's had this desire to do it since he was young, and he was being mentored by the previous world record holder, and he gave me all this information and all this data and all this science behind how he's doing it, and I was truly inspired. Even though the conversation wasn't directly on becoming a better YouTuber or gaining subscribers or his journey of becoming an esports professional, still hearing him speak about something that he was very passionate about, how much research and how much knowledge he had on that specific topic, showed me that we all need to continue to learn and grow and dive deeper into the things that we say we want to be good at, because there's so much knowledge and so much information out there and so many different ways to get your desired result. You just do more research and you read more, search things online, and you watch YouTube, and you find someone who can mentor you, which is a crucial part of his success on this journey of going for that world record. He had a mentor who was the previous world record. He's done it before. He's been through it. He's accomplished that goal, and he's passing that knowledge back on to him. That stood out to me. And I want to be that person for people when I ultimately get to where I want to go and I become a successful brand owner that I will be, and I'm making over $100,000 a month and I'm giving back to the community. I want to be that person who mentors those behind me to learning and growing both personally and professionally. While I was talking to Doug, I was thinking in my head, how can I add value to this person's life so that he can ultimately add value to my journey and be able to mentor me and teach me? So while we were having this conversation, I was thinking, all right, what does he need most? Does he need a manager? Does he need an assistant? Does he need a chef? Does he need someone to walk his dogs? Does he need someone to get him a drink while he's doing these long pull-up sessions? Because I am willing to do more, and I am willing to sacrifice my pride and my ego and put those things aside to learn and grow from people who have done it before and be in those positions where I can take information and learn things and implement them into my journey and have my own success that I can ultimately pass back on to you. So I was trying to find an angle. I was like, all right, what does he need? I asked my coworker, I was like, hey, what do you think Doug needs the most in his life right now or on this journey? I know I just started out and I know I just got this camera, but while he was talking about this journey, he was comparing the things that he does to another competitor who was also going for the world record a couple months before him. It sounded like something that could go on pay-per-view. It was almost like there was something there where we could do a pay-per-view styled Hard Knocks Showtime type of documentary where we show both of their journeys and build some type of competition around it and build some hype and maybe even get it televised. I was trying to develop that in my head and see if I could pitch that idea to him. We finished up the work and I was like, all right, I gotta just ask him. And as we were walking out, I had the ladder in my hand and I was like, hey Doug, do you have anyone recording a documentary for you on this journey of breaking the world record for the most amount of pull-ups in 24 hours? He told me yeah, and he already had a guy, and I'm sure in the position that he's in, he already has a huge team of people helping him film and record and edit, but I still had to make the ask, and I still had to see if there was a way that I could add value to his life and his journey. After he told me he already had a guy, I was like, do you need an assistant? Do you need a manager? Do you need a dog walker? He told me that he really liked my enthusiasm, that I needed to keep that same energy throughout this journey. And on my way out, as he was closing the door, he asked me how old I was, and I told him I was 24. And he was like, hey, you still look really young. Make sure you keep the same energy throughout and keep that same fire, that same hunger, and that same desire to be where you want to be, and you'll be successful. Although I didn't get the desired result, I was able to interact, and those connections and that network is what really, honestly, is the most beneficial in any aspect of life. It's not what you know, it's who you know. So having those connections with people who've been where I want to be for years and are doing exactly what I want to do, whether we have a relationship or not, it will ultimately pay off, because if something comes across my desk that I think could benefit him, I would definitely pass that information on willingly, and hopefully he would also do the same for me, even though we've only met for a couple of hours. Still, having my face and my name out there is an amazing opportunity, and I'm grateful. This happenstance gave me the ultimate confirmation that I am doing exactly what I am meant to do and that I am aligned with my purpose. I'm so excited for the future of this clothing brand and the future of this brand, and I can't wait to be that person where I have the knowledge, the expertise, and the experience, and I can pass it back on to you guys. So after that, I came back home and I put that energy and I put that motivation and I funneled it right back into myself and right back into the brand. I worked for hours on creating the final version of the first product that we're going to be releasing. I'm so excited for you guys to be able to see this. Pre-orders will be available in the next couple of days, so stay tuned for that. And then if you're in the New York area, I'm coming to you. I'm coming where you are, and we can talk. We can have these conversations in person, and you can see the product in person. You can feel it, you can touch it, and we can get that directly to you. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Let's win from within today.